The Nazi occupation of the Netherlands during World War II stands as a grim chapter in European history marked by brutal repression, widespread suffering and courageous resistance. Beginning in May 1940 and lasting until the country's liberation in 1945, the occupation transformed Dutch society, tested its resilience, and left scars that would shape its post-war identity. The invasion and initial occupation. On May 10, 1940, Nazi Germany launched a surprise invasion of the Netherlands as part of its wider campaign in Western Europe. Despite fierce resistance, Dutch forces were overwhelmed within days, and on May 15, the government surrendered. Queen Wilhelmina fled to Britain, where she became a symbol of Dutch resistance. The Nazis swiftly installed a military administration and incorporated the Netherlands into the German Reich's sphere of influence, imposing strict control over Dutch political, social, and economic life. Repression and control. The occupation regime implemented harsh policies to suppress dissent and integrate the Netherlands into the Nazi war machine. Political suppression. Dutch political parties were banned, free press was censored, and dissent was ruthlessly crushed by the Gestapo and SS. Forced labor. Hundreds of thousands of Dutch men were conscripted into forced labor programs supporting the German war effort. Economic exploitation. Dutch resources, industry, and agriculture were commandeered to fuel Nazi Germany's military needs. The persecution of Jews. One of the darkest aspects of the occupation was the systematic persecution and deportation of Dutch Jews. Before the war, approximately 140,000 Jews lived in the Netherlands. Nazi authorities implemented anti-Jewish laws, forced Jews into ghettos, and deported them to concentration and extermination camps. The infamous Westerbork transit camp in the Netherlands became a key hub for deportations to Auschwitz and Sobibor. By the war's end, about 75% of the Dutch Jewish population had been murdered, the highest percentage in Western Europe. Anne Frank's diary, chronicling her family's hiding and eventual arrest in Amsterdam, remains one of the most poignant testimonies of this tragic period. Dutch resistance. Despite harsh repression, the Dutch resistance grew in strength and diversity over the occupation years. Sabotage and intelligence. Resistance fighters sabotaged railways, factories, and communication lines and passed intelligence to the Allies. Underground press and propaganda. Secret newspapers and leaflets countered Nazi propaganda. Sheltering Jews and refugees. Many Dutch citizens risked their lives hiding Jews and other persecuted groups from Nazi authorities. The February Strike, 1941, one of the first large-scale public protests against Nazi persecution, the strike protested the roundup of Jews and was brutally suppressed. The Hunger Winter and Liberation. The final year of occupation saw severe hardship, especially during the winter of 1944-45, known as the Hunger Winter. Food shortages, harsh weather, and infrastructure destruction led to famine conditions, causing thousands of civilian deaths. Liberation began in September 1944 with Allied advances in the south, but much of the country, including Amsterdam and Rotterdam, remained under Nazi control until May 1945. Aftermath and memory. The occupation left deep wounds in Dutch society. The high death toll among Jews and other victims remains a painful legacy. The resistance's heroism became a source of national pride but also led to difficult reckonings with collaboration and complicity. Post-war reconstruction and remembrance efforts aimed to heal the nation and honor those who suffered and fought. The Nazi occupation of the Netherlands was a period of immense suffering, oppression, and courage. It tested the resilience of a nation and its people, many of whom risked everything to resist tyranny. The lessons of this dark chapter continue to resonate, reminding the world of the costs of hatred and the enduring power of human dignity.